Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today we're talking about the difficulties of playing more than one game, or more specifically, more than one shooter, and I'd like to know if you have similar experiences. Now, this might sound kind of ridiculous at first because, of course, most people play more than one game. Lots of people play loads of games, but I'm talking about the difficulties of playing more than one relatively competitive game where the average player base is more than capable of giving you a good beating if you're not on point. Usually these games have at least a pretty decent percentage of hardcore players, and in my case, playing BF1, that percentage only proportionally increases as the game gets older. Do we have many completely fresh players running around BF1 almost 2 years after release? No, not a chance. I see the same groups of players extremely often when I play now, likely due to skill and lobby balancing, plus how small the player base is at this stage. So in order to excel in that kind of environment, you need to be pretty switched on, up to speed, and definitely not rusty, which is fine for me most of the time, regardless of doing challenges or reviewing bad guns, because I've put a pretty decent chunk of time into the game. But, and this is where I can bring you guys into the equation, when I switch to another similarly competitive experience, things can get tough. My example is Destiny 2, and I'll throw out some clips here and there from that game, just to show that I'm not making a video just for the sake of it. I am actually playing games other than BF1 as well, and these clips won't be particularly special as they're from my first PvP session on that game in, I don't know, like probably 6 to 9 months, maybe more, not even sure. So my aim is pretty butt cheeks on this game, but that's entirely the point of what I'm talking about. Do you guys struggle to apply your skills from game to game, mixing things up? Because each shooter has a different feel, some more than others, and I'd say that Battlefield and Destiny are at almost complete opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of the skill set required in a lot of ways. Now, I have said before that playing different games helps to expand your skill set and produce transferable skills, and that is absolutely the case. But in the short term of hopping from one game to another, my days are there some difficulties. Not just in terms of aiming, but also in terms of just being familiar with how the game feels, what the playing norms are, how the maps are laid out, etc, etc. But what about muscle memory? The thing I preach about so regularly. That thing that allows you to focus on the more pressing elements of the experience while your autopilot handles the more menial tasks. Well, it can really work against you when you're game hopping, trust me. For example, when my Battlefield brain kicks in and I try to mark the flag on Destiny 2, and thus throw my knife at absolutely nothing. Yes, this happens a lot. Equally, I'm forever jumping off my Sparrow, or Speeder for those of you not Destiny inclined, because I'm near constantly hitting the reload button during quiet moments, as I've conditioned myself to do on Battlefield. It can all be a real pain, but as I'm sure many of you are aware, it's more than worth it because sometimes we just need a break from our main game. I've been playing BF1 so much for so long that I've been in real danger of becoming burnt out on it recently. That may have come across in a couple of videos I've made. I love the game, but after playing for a long time, the stuff that you used to just brush off, well, it starts to irritate you more and more. It's only natural that that's going to happen. And so, if you've got this far through the video and you haven't hated the Destiny clips, then that's an encouraging sign, because the plan for streaming is to play Battlefield and other games. For now, my videos will remain very Battlefield focused, but streaming will have more variety, and this is for a few reasons. Firstly, because it's fun for me. I have to be enjoying creating content, otherwise eventually the quality will just drop and you guys won't enjoy it either. Also, lots of people have asked me about playing other games, so I see the streams as an opportunity to do this without making certain people feel like I'm pulling away from Battlefield, because I'm absolutely not, and I can ensure this by keeping the majority of my videos still focused on BF content, which a lot of you are looking for. Plus, I just see streams as being a good chill space. It's less serious and it's a good time to kick back, play some games and talk to you guys. You'll get to see me have bad aim on other games, screw up my words constantly, and just generally have a laugh. So yes, streaming is actually coming. I know some of you have been waiting for it for a really long time, and back to the topic at hand, switching between games is hard, at least sometimes for some people such as me. So give me your feedback about the difficulties you have with switching from game to game in the short term. Put it down there in the comment section below. Now let's go over to the board of awesome for the epic people who allow you to get content from me full time by supporting the channel on Patreon. Without Patreon support, you wouldn't get this many videos videos, and I wouldn't be able to put as much time into them because I'd have to go and get another job. So thank you so much to everyone on here, including a new name again today, who I will put in my pinned comment as an extra little thank you. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and in my pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't want to miss future videos, turn on notifications with the bell button and select to always be notified with the options tab that should then pop up, and then feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.